Hey, how you doing? This is Tommy here from Trading with Harmony, and this is your first time on the channel. A very big welcome. So then we'll be analysing the market then from the 22nd of March to the 26th, and we'll be going through all the trades that I predicted for this week and then for the upcoming ones for next week. Alright, thanks. So the euro dollar then, we can see here then the actual that price then actually is in an actual range kind of pattern here going on here at the moment in the daily. So and plus the fact then that we can see actually that we're at a actual significant actually area here where we can see where actually price then has been hitting in this actually trading zone here, and we're still in that zone actually this week. So let's go into the actual 4 hours and have a look at our setups. Okay, so then last week then we finished here at this point here, and what we were looking for was for price then to continue down south to hit our TP. So it did come down, but then it came back up and gave us a nice actually double tops here before it coming back down. So we're in this actually area here at the moment where we're still looking for price to continue down south. So for this week then, what I'm looking at then quite possibly is price to come up a bit more before it will continue coming down to hit our actually our TP level, being the actual 1.1850. Okay then, so the pound dollar then, we can see here then in our descending channel back in December we had broken out. So we're actually at a significant actually support area here and resistance area here where we can see here this is where we are at the present, and we're in this significance actually zone here where the bears and the bulls are at big time battle. So let's go into the daily. Okay, so we can see here then this is the actual range that we're in at the present here, okay, in the daily candles. So let's go into the actual 4 hours. So last week then we finished here at this point here, and what we were looking for was for price to continue down short time against the actual trend. So because we're at a significant high, so it did attempt it twice then this week. And then again giving us another actual double tops, and it's still struggling. So again for this week then I'm still looking for the same outcome where possibly we'll get a pullback before we'll actually get the actual move down to our target, being the actual 1.3784 in the pound dollar. Okay then, so the dollar yen, we can see here that we're at a significant actually area here at the moment where we have an actual range here where we can see that we have actually support, resistance, support, and we're coming up into a resistance area again in the actual dollar yen. So let's go into the actual daily. So we can see here then in the daily where we're in a actual range which is going on at the moment. So let's go into the actual 4 hours. So last week then we finished here at this point, and what we were looking for was price to continue up north, but we can see here it's been pretty much going sideways for the week. So again, this is what I'm looking at then for this week coming, then quite possibly maybe a bit more of a pullback, and then we'll get a actual move up north once this structural area holds here at the actual 107.98 in the actual dollar yen. So the dollar Canadian then, so we can see here that price is underneath our actual support area here, and has actually come down and hit our target this week, actually before we got a nice actually retracement back up into our actually broken support being common resistance. So let's go into the 4 hours. So last week then we were at this point here, and what I was talking about, if we can get a bit more of a retracement back into our actual structural area before it continued down to hit our actual TP, being the actual 1.2388. So let's, before getting a nice actually retracement then from our target back into our actual trading structural area here. So again, so for this week then, what I am looking at then is for price then to continue down south. So once we get price then again that will hold in this area, I'm looking for price to continue down south to our new target being the actual 1.2305 in the actual dollar Canadian. The euro yen then, we can see here that our actual price is in a actual bullish market. So let's go into the actual 4 hours. Okay then, so last week then we finished here at this point, and what I was talking about then, if we can get a bit more of a pullback for a better risk reward. So it did attempt to come up a bit higher actually, but then again we got a nice retracement again. So what I'm looking at then for this week then is for price then to hold in this area and then to continue up north to hit our TP level, being the actual 131.21 in the euro yen. So the pound Aussie then, so we can see here then again is just another market that's actually just the bears and the bulls are at battle big time. So not much going on there in terms of excitement, but in terms of a trend. But let's go into the actual 4 hours. Last week then we actually finished here at this point, and it did try to make a few attempts, try to come up towards our target before we finally got a nice actually retracement back into our actual structural area here, and basically it's holding here again. But so again then for this week coming then, I'm still looking for price then to hold in our structural area here, being the actual 1.7838 area, before continuing back up north to hit our actual TP level this week and beyond at the 1.8155 in the pound Aussie. In gold then, we can see here in the last 2 weeks then price then actually was down close to our bottom part of our descending channel, but price has been moving up slowly in terms of the actual bulls being back in play at the moment. So let's go into the actual 4 hours and have a look at our setups. So last week then we actually finished here at this point, and what I was talking about then, we were looking for a price to continue up actually north to hit our TP. So it went up north and hit our TP, being the actual 1754. So if you're on that, guys, well done. So what we're looking at then for this week coming, we are looking for price then to continue up north. So and we're coming into a nice structural area here as well where the TP level is. So for this week then, what I'm looking then for, quite possibly we'll get a bit more of a pullback before coming up and hitting our actually new TP level, being the actual 1766 in gold. So the Dow then, we can see here then the actual bulls are in play still at the moment, but we can see here it's coming and hitting the actual point where we can see early indications of a actual retracement and quite possibly a actual move down south for a period of time. So let's go into the 4 hours. So last week then we finished here at this point, and what I was talking about then was that actually for price to continue up north, so which it did. It came up and hit our actual TP, being the 33,200 on the nose basically. So that's great. So let's see then. So we can see here the bears are in motion at the moment. So what I'm looking at then for this week then is actually for a better risk reward, if we can get price to continue back up a bit before coming down and hitting our TP, being the actual 32,400 in the Dow. Alright then guys, so then have a great week coming in guys, and actually guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give the thumbs up, leave any comments you might have, and I'll see you next week. Have a good one. Take care. Bye bye. Thanks.